From Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back-to-back bombs. From Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Shout out to our super producer, Indy in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services. Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to our friends at Romantic About Baseball. But gosh darn it, 12s across the world, we are Super Bowl 60 champions! Let's freaking go. We'll dive deep like Jacques Cousteau next week. We'll get into the Mariners next week. But right now, it's instant Super Bowl reaction. I got my brother Nick joining us. We got the homie Sam in the house. Sam, we'll start with you, man. Ken Walker, MVP, obvious superstar. Just take the floor on whoever needs a shout out.
The whole defense.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole defense. Spoon played his whole ass off, man. It was crazy. D-Law had a great game. Who else? The other end.
Derek Hall.
Derek
Hall.
Yeah. Monster.
Byron Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh,
too many names to shout out, to be quite honest. But, yeah, man, what a great day to be a Seahawks fan. I have to say that. Bringing back the trophy. Bringing back for the 12s. Hell yeah. Let's go to a parade on Wednesday.
But I thought Drake May should have got the MVP. Oh, no. Nick, talk to me. What's your favorite aspect of the game? It was an ass kicking. It took a long time, but boy, once the floodgates opened.
Oh, my favorite thing was just how, like always, just a complete team performance.
Yes.
Offense, defense. Shout out to the kickers,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Jason Myers and Michael Dixon, man.
Yeah.
For real. Total
Shout out
team
to
win.
Job, too, man, because Job had a hell of a game.
Stepped up.
Yeah, he
Stepped
came out
up.
when he needed to.
Just a fantastic performance. We were talking about it before, too, the last couple of weeks. I think that our defensive line might be able to overwhelm their offensive line.
Yeah, they didn't have the horses to run this race.
No.
They didn't have the horses.
And they don't have the firepower on the offensive arsenal.
Nope.
They didn't have the protection. And although I hate always how much we talk about short arms, long arms in the draft evaluation process, that was a huge impact on the game. We had the reach from the very first snap. We're bull rushing Will Campbell.
Yeah.
Like there's no tomorrow. Nick, I'm so glad you brought up the kickers because I never want to talk about the kickers. But Jason Money Myers and Michael Big, you know what, Dixon.
changed that game multiple times, man.
Real talk.
He pinned him back deep, and it was huge for us. Huge for the defense.
The coffin corner.
Yes.
The coffin corner. And you know what? I'm taking shots at all the famous people right now. Chris Sims. Oh, the Seahawks can't win a game if JSN doesn't go off. What was you watching, bro?
Yeah.
JSN had 3 catches for 19 yards against San Francisco. Mm-hmm. I think we won by like 40 points,
Yeah.
and that 35 to be exact.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to pay attention a little more and know that this is a fantastic overall team.
Shout out AJ Barner.
Yes.
Barner.
Yes.
that touchdown. I mean, he really got us going right there. That was the first touchdown of the game. Really extended the lead for us and really kind of made it a little more comfortable for the whole rest of the game. Then they really had to start playing catch up the whole rest of the game, taking more shots, turned into fumbles, turned into interceptions.
Oh,
turned
hell
into
yeah.
a Super Bowl win.
Dude, AJ Barner too, bro. Blocking on the edge. We had so many effective runs running at the edges. Barner was a critical component of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Nick, I gotta ask you then. You're wearing number 21. Is this the best blitzing safety I've seen since Charles Woodson? Hard press. Find someone better.
Cornerback?
Yeah. Blitzing
yeah.
cornerback.
Yes.
I mean,
No,
impact.
Yeah.
Haven't seen many like him.
No. Considering that we
And
have
then
him.
Eamon Warry as well.
Eamon Warry.
Eamon.
It's
man.
me. A little bit too versatile. Too many horses in the stable, man. Yeah, they couldn't hang. It was obvious from the beginning they couldn't hang.
The Derek Hall party.
Yeah.
The Derek Hall party. And this is part of the problem is not everybody is going to know your non-famous draft picks. We all three know.
Yeah.
We know who Derek Hall is. We know what Boye Mafe brings to the table. We know about Abe Lucas, man. And Jalen Sundell. You get an undrafted center. Gray Zabel. You guys know how much I love Eamon Warry, but I'll say this 1,000 times till I'm blue in the face. You had to draft Zabel first.
Yeah.
Because you cannot remodel your kitchen until you fix the cracks in the foundation. The Seahawks have built the foundation, and we saw it, guys. Just an ass-kicking performance, Nick. I love when defenses overwhelm an offensive line, and you see a quarterback start to get frazzled. Seahawks did that, man.
Yeah, he was seeing some ghosts.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah, we got some undrafted guys that have had a really consistent season, too.
Yeah.
You mentioned the one, but also Job and
Drake
the
Thomas.
linebacker, Drake Thomas, man.
Ty Okada filled in admirably.
did well.
Yeah, lots of undrafteds. Here, go ahead.
How about our boy who got the sack, Riley?
Yes. Riley Mills. And we've brought him up. This guy's had like 15, 20 snaps tops all year. He comes up with a critical bull rush in the first half for a huge sack. And this is why you guys know I'm a huge proponent. Always draft D linemen.
Sir.
Draft him high, draft him mid, draft him low, because you never know when that guy could be the difference maker. No one had Riley Mills as their first sack of the day on their bingo card. No. Under duress. You guys, Uchenna Nwosu with like a 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was filthy.
Let's go.
Made possible by Witherspoon and that savage blitz.
Oh my gosh.
You know who continues to impress the heck out of me, though?
Who?
Is Coach Mike McDonald,
Yeah.
baby.
Sammy D.
Coach Mike.
We haven't even mentioned Sammy D yet.
Oh,
yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
of a game.
All he did was what he had to do.
Yes, yep.
And he did it.
Got a touchdown, took care of the ball, took some shots that were close, tight windows. But, yeah, no picks, no interception, no fumbles, anything like that. Great game for him.
He really rode the line very beautifully too, Sam. That's a good point, because I'm critical because he tries to fit it in windows that just aren't there. We've seen that happen this year. That's how you lead the league in turnovers. But you also can't be scared. You also can't be timid. I told you guys when you look at the interception list, you got like Geno Smith and Tua. Yeah, okay. No one wants them starting. But after those top two worst guys, every single quarterback on the interception list is a big-time stud.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to attack the seams. You cannot be scared. And you're right. Same old Sam Darnold. You guys, we're all Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
We are all Sam Darnold. We've worked for toxic businesses.
Yeah.
We've had terrible bosses who could not get the best out of you as an employee.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen to Sam Darnold at multiple places. And guess what, Nick? He has a boss that believes in him. Sam Darnold thrives. Dude, Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl 60 champions.
Hell
Yeah.
Said it from the first day I came on this show. Best team in the NFL.
You goddamn
Bar
right.
none.
You
Bar
goddamn right. What an impressive performance.
Yeah.
What an impressive
Top to bottom,
performance.
beginning to
29-13, baby.
Yeah.
And all of their yards and points were garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Especially that second touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh no.
Hold on.
Well, Taylor's video has stopped, and she has been a superstar of the Super Bowl also, man. We got the kids in here. We got the dogs in here. Guys, this is going to be a shorter episode tonight. We really just needed to get on the mic because I honestly do want to dig deep as we get into this thing, man. Let's go. Real bad Bumba Clock, Hits on Deck, Mariners Lifer, Sunday Evening Media. I know Hits on Deck's also Tommy, Tyson Baxter, Tay Williams, even Ginger Fit, everybody.
That Denver guy who's not coming back.
Let's go. To everyone in the live chat that's always rocking with us, we're going to go heavy into the NFL offseason because I love the NFL team building. We got Texas Power. Everyone's got different NFL teams. We got our different baseball teams. Guys, I'm so hyped about Brendan Donovan. That's it for baseball. That's it for baseball, man. This is Seahawks. We'll start
really getting into that here in the near future.
Super Bowl 60 champions. Champions. Thank you, Jody Allen. Rest in peace, Paul Allen. If y'all are listening via podcast, you might not see the jersey. Rest in peace, Cortez Kennedy. Rest in peace, Kenny Easley. There are pillars of the Seahawks program, of this organization, that guys like Cortez saw very lean times with terrible ownership. We all know. Thank you so much, Paul Allen. And I'm going to shout this at the rooftops. We need a statue of Paul Allen at Lumen Field. He absolutely deserves it. Congratulations, Seattle Seahawks. I am freaking hyped. I'm starting on. Someone take it.
Say a shout out to John Schneider too.
Yes.
For building this team and rebuilding it. It didn't even feel too much like a rebuild, more of a slow reload. I don't know, because we didn't have to scrape the bottom of the barrel like most teams do to go down to get a top draft pick and get your quarterback and try to rebuild like that. Maybe we made the right trades, getting Russell Wilson out of here. They'll let us retool our whole team for the next 2 years. And we just put the cherry on top with Eamon Worry and everyone this year. Beautifully done job. Can't beat it.
It really is incredible when you think about it, man. Okay, so I'm just saying, John Schneider took 3 off seasons to build a Super Bowl winner the first time they did it. It took him 4 off seasons this time to build it. And I can't emphasize it enough. What you said though, Sam, is I don't want to bottom out, because you bottom out, you go to that bottom 5, you don't know if we're coming out, man.
True.
The same 7 teams draft in the top 10 every year. There's 3 that change every year. The same 7 teams are always doing the worst. And so you really don't want to go down that road. And you don't know if that quarterback's going to be there, Sam. Look at teams drafting number 2 through 8 this year. Well, they're not getting no quarterback. So what does that ever promise you?
It doesn't promise you anything. I mean, like the DK Metcalf trade, who'd that turn into? You know?
Eamon Worry,
absolutely. And then the Russell Wilson trade. I mean, we got Cross, I think was one of the first
Cross, Spoon, Hall, Mafe, 3 plug-and-play veterans, and a 5th-round pick that didn't really pan.
That's how you retool and go for a Super Bowl real quick.
Woo! Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champions. The shout-outs are endless. O-line held up pretty good today.
They did their job. They did.
This was one of those games where they weren't going to thrive. They had to survive, and that's what they did.
Well, K9, man, he was so patient. The most patient I've ever seen him. He was just sitting back there, go to a damn near stop, see a hole in the line, then bust right through it. I mean, Le'Veon Bell-esque is how I think, because that was the best game I've ever seen from him.
Woo!
Didn't get the touchdown. Well, maybe that 3-touchdown game. Maybe that's the best game, but this was the most patient game.
Ken Walker. We were calling it a couple weeks ago. Ken Walker, Super Bowl MVP.
Dad, and now hello.
You want a color, Tay? Oh, isn't that sweet? Y'all, it's a family affair, as we know. We got Sam's kids in the house. We got dogs running around, man. Hey, Tay. Dude, we are going to dive super deep next week. We had to get on the mic and say what's up to y'all. Easy Super Bowl? Fine. I'll take an easy Super Bowl. All day. We're the ones that had to take Peyton Manning and Tom Brady back to back. Who else has had a tougher task than that? Come with me on that one. We needed someone like this.
We'll be back next year, too. Let's do it again.
Hey! And who's to say we're acting like Drake May is all of a sudden the worst quarterback ever? We're acting like he's Nathan Peterman. The dude just got second in the MVP.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, call me crazy. That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good, but he feasted on bad opponents. It was the narrative all throughout here in the Super Bowl weeks, and it showed up just like everyone was saying it would. And he's not used to playing good defenses.
If you have solid quarterback play mixed with a dominant defensive line, you have an awesome shot to win the Super Bowl. The Seahawks did that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
He didn't know where the blitzes are coming from a lot of the time, or where the pressure was coming from in general. I mean, that McDaniel's offense is notoriously hard on young quarterbacks. Notoriously hard on them. Because he doesn't make it easy like a lot of the West Coast offenses, and McVay, Shanahan.
The easy read Shanahan gets his guys. Okay.
It's notoriously hard. They want to have them climb to the mountaintop, then they have all the tools, but they don't have Tom Brady anymore.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was special. I want to see what McDaniels can do without Tom Brady.
Oh, and they don't have Edelman. They don't have Gronk. They don't. I call it the secret sauce, and it shouldn't be a secret. Patriots had a great O-line for 20 years.
Yeah.
Now they had to rebuild it probably 5-6 times in that span. This is not a great O-line we played, and this is why we were all so confident. If you have a dominant D-line and you're facing a mediocre O-line, good luck.
Yeah, Leonard Williams. We got to shout out Leonard
Big
Williams.
Cat Williams.
And making it all happen. I can't believe you haven't even said his name.
I know.
Yet. Dude, because he deserves it. He's a beast. Great player. Great person. Really happy for him.
The splash plays only went down because of how much more respect he got across the league.
Yes.
He's still the same player. Dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant. Oh, we got Tay Coloring Sharks over here. Y'all, dude, let's get some final remarks here. Nick, drop the mic for the people on the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl 60 victory.
Oh, man, I'm just so pumped. It's been a while, and, man, just so happy for the 12s in Seattle and the team, man. Unbelievable. So proud.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So proud.
Let's go.
Hell yes. Boom.
Drop a mic on us, Sam.
I don't even know what to say, man. We just whip their ass. That's what we do in the Super Bowl. When we win big, and we made them look bad tonight. So that's all I have to say.
Stop again.
God, stop
Tay
again.
has to say it, too.
Not stop again.
Beautiful little Taylor. She's telling us that we got a hard out here.
Yeah.
My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Shout out Indy. Shout out Live Chat. But most of all, shout out to the 12s in Seattle Seahawks.
Super Bowl
60
champions.
champs. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Sam, your Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl 60 champs. How do you feel, bro?
I don't know, Ty. How do you think I feel? I mean, I'm pretty...
Freaking fantastic.
Yeah, feeling fucking great. That's for sure. So
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah.
Well, first off, we got to shout out our super producer, Indy, out there in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing this show to life. Shout out to the homies in the Live Chat, Mariners, Lifer. Yes, being champs feels so darn good. Oh my goodness, but y'all know my man Sam will mess around and get a triple-double. Sam, I mean, what can we say? It's the second Super Bowl championship for Seattle. Give me some opening arguments, man. You take this anyway.
Well, I mean, it's great to be joining one of the, exclusive club of the clubs who have actually won more than one championship. I think there's only been, 14, 16? Something like that out of all the teams. A lot more have not won it at all. So it feels good to get the second one, that's for sure. Honestly, it's fucking great. I've been not getting any sleep and watching replays and the mic'd up and, and everything like that. I've been binging on Seahawks content.
Well, you should.
I mean, yeah. One of the things I really like about this is we're also associated the Darnold story. I mean, just the whole redemption thing. It's one of the bigger stories in the NFL. One of the biggest player development. You've been down and overcome kind of a story. So it's kind of really cool to be associated with that, having the Seahawks be the team that he won it all with, because that's history. They're going to be talking about that for a long time. And it says a lot about the organization and him. And that's why I got the Darnold jersey now. Super Bowl Darnold jersey.
Yeah. I mean, and because he's from an incredible quarterback class, mind you, too. So he has always been compared to Baker, to Lamar Jackson, to Josh Allen, especially to Josh Rosen. No, I'd be tripping. But for real, though, he has been measured up to titans in the game like Allen and Lamar. He has been considered a complete bust on the East Coast. And I talk about it all the time. We've all had a terrible boss. We've all worked for a toxic company, and nobody gets the most out of themselves in those environments. We know what it's John Schneider, Mike McDonald. It's so simple, but so refreshing and so perfect when Mike McDonald says he wants his guys to be loose and focused and loose. That's so simple, but so perfect. And just how we roll. And Sam, I just want to give a shout out to defense right now. Hits on decks. Reek, Moffitt, we got a lot to get into. We'll get into that in a minute, man. But defense is back, bro. The last 3 champions, the Seahawks, #1 scoring D. Philly, #1 scoring D. Kansas City, #2 scoring D. This whole game of the NFL is so cyclical, bro. The defense is back, and the Seahawks had the best one this year.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. The whole thing has just been pretty surreal and fantastic, man. Like, I really love the game plan Mike McDonald put together for this game. I mean, he was just in their heads all game, just overloading the left side, getting one-on-ones on the right side of their offense, or on their left side of their offensive line. And then all of a sudden they start adapting to that, getting tight ends over there to chip. Then we're sending the cornerback Witherspoon through the gap, the B gap. And man, it was just well put together and well run. I loved it. Strangled them. It was like a boa constrictor, just tightening until you could tell there's no fight left at the end.
And then there's eventually no more oxygen. No more oxygen. There's no room to breathe.
Yeah.
What a fantastic performance. I mean, when I really think about it, Sam, and I kept sending these little texts as we got closer to the game, Sam, and I just kept thinking to myself, a mediocre offensive line, and that might be saying it nicely. Let's just say a mediocre offensive line has no chance against the 2025 defensive front the Seattle Seahawks can throw it at you. And we talk about it all the time. It's not just the high-end players. It's the quality of depth, man. I mean, Boye Maffe's about to get paid, bro. They're projecting 3 years, 33, 35. It's going to turn into 40 million, 45 million on the open market. I promise you that. And especially, Sam, you look at the free agent list, there's not many guys on that list I would give big money to, except for several Seattle Seahawks, man. Talking about Ken Walker costing a ton, dude. We talked about it right after the Super Bowl, but I need to get at it again. What an incredible performance, man. This guy was one of the very, very key factors on this Super Bowl run.
Yeah, we can't let him go. I mean, for an average of 10, 12 a year, man, we can afford it. We might not have Shaheed because I don't know, now that Kubiak is gone, I don't have quite as much confidence as him running it back again because he's followed Kubiak the last couple places. He was with the Saints and now here, and I could see him following over to the Raiders. But K9, I think we can make happen because we got to get JSN signed, got to get Witherspoon signed. And I'd rather do that sooner than later, especially with Witherspoon. It's going to get more expensive the longer we wait because he's been coming out with all the sacks and the blitz packages. Yeah, man. He deserves to get paid. Him and JSN. Sooner
JSN also. Well, then that's key. We got to pay K9 immediately, and Jody Allen has proven she will open up the pocketbooks. Like we talk about, Sam, everyone's got the same salary cap money to spend. Not everyone's got the same cash on hand. We know Charles Cross is going to get 40 large of it. That's well over half of his guaranteed money in year one. Dude, Cincinnati, Arizona ain't doing that shit. So thank you to Jody and the Allens for what they do for our favorite football team, man. And we got to do the same with Ken Walker. Just really give him all that money up front. So if we can have Walker paid, we can have Cross paid. Now their numbers come down 2 years from now when JSN, Spoon, and Byron Murphy's a must resign for me as well.
Yes.
And Derek Hall.
But he's got,
this team gets
2 more
expensive
years.
fast. everyone's talking about the $70 million of raw cap room. The Seahawks are fourth or fifth, depending on who you look at.
Right? Is that
it's going up huge. It's going up huge, but the Seahawks costs are going to go up huge too, and there has to be a lot of long-term financial planning here. Talking about long-term financial planning, Sam, Derek Hall. He showed up and showed out on the biggest stage. We've always known he's been that good, but these guys play small snap counts for their football abilities. Derek Hall, talk to me, man.
Yeah, I think we got to re-sign him here, right, in the near future, because especially right now, he had a 2-sack season. Next year, he's not having a 2-sack season. He is primed to be going off, I think, next year. So we better get him while he doesn't have the stats to back up his negotiations. So I think he has one of the best long arms. He was abusing Campbell with the long arm all day long. Dude, it just wouldn't let him close. And a lot of the times Campbell was actually trying to block his arm rather than the body because he was just getting pushed around everywhere.
Well, it's not known around the league because his numbers haven't been sexy in his career necessarily. But Derek Hall is easily one of the best speed to power players in this league, man. This guy just jacks your ass up, and he also has freaky long arms. So when you combine his freaky long arms with his crazy strength, his crazy explosion, oh my God, I love Derek Hall. Texas Power Ranger. He thinks his Texans it's their year next year. If you fix your O-line, it can be. Sam, if you fix your O-line, it can be. The Seahawks were in the exact situation as the Texans are in right now just 1 or 2 years ago. But when you fix your old line, then everything else comes together. Sam, we were talking about Ken Walker playing better down the stretch, and it shouldn't be a surprise because in all pro sports, I talk about ascending and descending players. Well, coming into 2025, Sam, all 5 starters on the offensive line are ascending players, in my opinion. And all 5 of them not only got better individually, all 5 got better as players themselves. They got way better as a unit also. It was freaking magical to watch. I mean, talk to me, baby. Do you want a piece of Zabel or Lucas coming around the edge, and then you got to try to tackle Ken Walker? Come on.
No. Unless Bradford's having one of his, low of the low moments, I wouldn't want to go up against him either. A few times, man, in the game, he delivered some lows in the Super Bowl, but he also had some highs, too. I mean, he just pancaked a couple guys. Spillane threw him to the ground. He blocked Williams on a play, Gibbons on that same play, and then ended up blocking the DT. So 3 players on one play clearing the way for a 10-yard gain. And, yeah, man, he has his ups and his downs. I hope we upgrade for a more consistent kind of guy because he's great at times, but we need some more consistency on that right guard spot.
Well, at his size, he's always going to struggle with those ultra quick guys because he's just. Sometimes it reminds me, go back in the WWF Attitude Era, The Rock's talking shit about the Big Show, the Big Slow. You can't touch me. I mean, for real though. But shout out to Bradford though, man, because you're right. His lowlights get him on Shaqtin' a Fool. He looks clowning on the internet. But the bottom line is, he gets his hands on you. You are freaking finished, bro. Finished. Yeah, an upgrade would be nice. There's no question about it. But honestly, before this year, I might have said you can't win a Super Bowl with Bradford as a starting guard. Well, frick. I was proven wrong. Sure shit, you can.
Yeah. I also, one of the things I would like to point out about the team is just how unselfish they were. Because you could see most of that year that Hall was paving the way for the other guys to get sacks. And even Worry did it too. They all would make the block, set the edge for the other guy to come around and get the stats. And so it was a really unselfish team, which was awesome to see. It's the Mike Mack coaching philosophy. He wants all points of that defense to understand what the other ones are doing and why, so they can play in sync and know what they're supposed to be doing, which is a lot different than a lot of the times when they each are just doing their own assignment. Safeties are doing their own assignment back there. Mike Mack wants everyone flowing and working together.
Yeah, no doubt. Dude, real bad bumbleclot, man. I'm glad you're rocking with us lately, dog. And I like that. Daniel Jones, I think there can be a ton of examples, Sam, where we need to get because, okay, if you're a top quarterback prospect, you are drafted to the shittiest teams. period. It is really hard for even a great veteran quarterback to just completely uplift a shitty roster. Hey, how did it go for Joe Burrow this past couple of years? How does that work when you just
not well?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Get rigged. First homegrown O-line to win a chip in a while, and I absolutely love that. Sam, it's very reasonable for me to say that the Seahawks rushing attack, at least from the O-line perspective, will be much better next year. I want to give another shout out though, dude. You were talking about everyone knowing each other's job. This guy has to because of the position he plays. Kobe Bryant coming in, lighting dudes up. Oh my Lord. Oh, he was just a ferocious hitter, Sam, and he has those cornerback skill set, which is probably why he gets so many interceptions.
Yep.
I want to go back to college football for a sec. Kobe Bryant was the Thorpe Award winner. That's for the best DB in college football. Look, the last 25 years, the Thorpe Award winner has one of the best percentages in terms of guys being a successful pro if they won said award. Kobe Bryant fell to the 5th round. Clearly, he shouldn't have, given what he's done the last 4 years. But just remember that. You see a guy falling in the draft, and you see a Thorpe Award winner, check that dude out, man. He might be a baller. He probably, the numbers tell us they will be.
Yeah, and he's a smart guy, too. He had a lot of confidence in himself, and he bet on himself this year. Seahawks wanted to sign him last year, and he said he was going to wait it out and try to get a little better stats. And, man, yeah, I hope we keep him. He's a glue guy, in my opinion. He's one of those guys that's important to have, so I hope we are able to keep him. K9 and him, I think, are my two must-signs. Shaheed, Job, too. We need Job. If we're letting Arik go, we need to keep Job, and Job, I don't think, is going to be that expensive. I think we'll be able to keep him.
No, Job would be pretty cheap. And there's honestly, like I mentioned earlier, we'll dive deep, guys, because I love the offseason. I love team building. There's a couple cornerbacks the Seahawks could target that I think would honestly kind of thrive in this Seahawks system, Sam. But hey, cornerbacks should play well with this ferocious of a D-line, man. We got Riley Mills on the bull rush of his life early in the game. And then when I saw the highlight a couple times, Sam, you were talking about the unselfish nature of this team. Jaron Reed, the center slides to his side. Jaron Reed's taking on the interior double while his homie Riley Mills, because you know what the New England Patriots are thinking. We don't even know who this white boy is in our scouting report. You're not even on the scouting report. Who are you? And there is the teamwork, the unselfishness, doing what you need to do to get the job done. Bull rush of a lifetime. Jay Reed taking on the double team. Freaking Leonard Williams. Don't get it twisted out there. I know the national media might be coming down on him because his numbers came down, but his impact is as high as ever. That's the team defense that wins you a freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, it sure is. And I saw a video of Spoon talking to Coach Mack, too, and they're celebrating after the game, and he was like, oh, hell of a game, how many sacks did you have? And they was jokingly, and they both said at the same time, like, it doesn't matter, because, this is to the next sack after that. And so, yeah, no, I like how Coach Mack has their heads right now. They all wanted to play other games. They're like, when's the next game? They're feeling it. They're ready to play another one. I love it. I mean, when you have a team bought in like that, man, you're cooking with fucking grease and fire right there. You're cooking with gas is what I mean. Sorry. But yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. It's great. I love this team right now. I think better team overall than the other Super Bowl winning team, but I think I still like the LOB defense a little bit better as far as talent. It's hard, though. This is one of the best teams of all time. Like, we've been blessed with two really, really great defenses and teams.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, I really have to point out then, though, the LOB defense had 4 straight years as the number one.
Oh, yeah, no, defense. Longevity.
Like, that is unreal.
Yeah.
In different eras, too. Different eras. Like, when I first clicked on Nick Immanwari and started to study him around this time last year, my first thoughts were, why isn't he being like Cam Chancellor? I'm like, why isn't he being like Cam Chancellor? Well, the game's changed. I don't know if Cam Chancellor's style would be allowed with the passing protection rules nowadays, you got to be a more fluid athlete like a Nick Imamori. And speaking of fluid athletes, Sam, I wrote this down because I really wanted to bring it up. I love when teams draft a college offensive tackle and move him into guard. If he has the strength and tenacity to move inside, there are countless success stories. Gray Zabel being the most recent shining example, man. I'm talking there's a few Hall of Famers, a few solid starters, and every kind of old lineman in between. If you can get an offensive tackle and kick him in, it just seems to be a gold mine in terms of NFL draft picks.
Yeah, no, it really does. I got to ask you a question here, Ty. So does getting Darnold and then winning a Super Bowl and causing all this heartache to the Vikings fan base heal the wounds of Hutch? I think I'm
heals them enough.
Yeah, I think I'm finally ready to let it go.
Okay, that's actually brutal.
Yeah,
because they didn't even make the Super Bowl at that peak. They never even made the Super Bowl at that peak when they took Hutch. Y'all know the story if you're a diehard Seattle sports fan. Steve Hutchinson leaving Seattle, the most catastrophic move in Seattle sports history, in my opinion, with what happened to the Seahawks and the Vikings after he left in free agency and the left guard. And speaking of Hutch, Sam, Hutch about 4 or 5 years ago was hired on to be a special advisor to John Schneider. Of course, it's to study old linemen, and look at the success they have had in that time.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's actually really, really cool. Okay, all right, Texas Ranger, man. Nah, not better. Not better. DVOA #1 defense right here in Seattle. You guys are close second, but not better. Sorry. And I mean, I said it since the goddamn first day I was here. Like, I knew this team was goddamn good, and I didn't want to hear anything else. And none of the AFC teams feared me at all. I wasn't scared of a single one of them. The Rams were the only team that gave me pause. I mean, because we've been just killing Shanahan lately. I don't have a lot of faith in Purdy against our defense, and so it was pretty much the Rams was our Super Bowl. And if no matter what team came through, I thought we had about an 8 out of 10 chance to beat them. On that Super Bowl Sunday, I don't know who the hell could have came in there. Could have been the fucking Avengers that came in there. I think the Seahawks were focused enough to beat them.
I mean, they came out. This is what happened. It's a dynamic roster and a fantastic football coach in Coach Mack, man. And oh my gosh, dude, it's starting to get a little crazy to me. And there's one thing you were pointing about the AFC being lesser. And this is nothing new in NFL history, Sam. This is literally nothing. It's actually the norm. Norm in the 1970s, the AFC won 8 out of 10 titles. In the 80s, the NFC won 8 out of 10. In the 90s, the NFC won 8 out of 10. And then I believe it was 7 out of 10 in the 2000s for the AFC. It literally has flip-flopped several times, and it's just the nature of the beast, man. Back when the Seahawks won Super Bowl 48, Sam, I'm convinced that the San Francisco 49ers were the second best team in the NFL that year. This year, the Seahawks won Super Bowl 60, and I'm convinced that the LA Rams were the second best team this year.
Yeah, no, they were, without a doubt, in my opinion. I mean, what other team was able to put up points on our defense like that? And, I mean, they're special teams, man. That's going to be a thorn in their ass forever unless McVay changes his ways and thoughts on special teams. Because I don't know, they're not a full team if they're ignoring 1/3 of the game right there, and it cost them, and it's cost them multiple years.
And look what it did for the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Oh.
Coach Mack talks about it with like why he wants to have the best punter like we do is the hidden yards. That being able to punt it from the 40-yard line and knowing you're going to be pinning them within the 10, within the 5, because then the benefit of that goes way up. Benefit of the punt. If you're kicking from the 40 and it gets a touchback, it's 20 yards. The punt wasn't worth it. So you want to make sure you keep those hidden yards and be able to depend on your kicker. That's why we pay them the most. We have the highest paid special teams in the league.
And they came through.
Yes, when we needed them most. So it was awesome. We only trailed for 1:35 that whole postseason.
Woo. With 2 absolute ass kickings.
Yeah. Yep, and that was the fourth best or fifth best all time. The only other teams to beat that, none of them trailed in the postseason, but it was the 71 Boys, 73 Dolphins, the 77 Cowboys again, and then the 1991 Skins. So it hasn't been done, in a long time doing what we did right there. So it's pretty sweet. And did you hear about the stat about what we did on the 49ers? How Ken Walker had more yards of 20-plus runs in 2 games there than the Niners did all season?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal for them. And there was another stat. I have to see if I can find it. We had more sacks and more takeaways with 9 and 4 at their field, 49ers field, and they did also.
No shit. Good shit, man. Good shit.
Yeah.
Well, the 49ers got a long ways to improve right now, man. They got a long ways to improve right now. Hits on deck, homie. I think how we're going to do the draft going forward is we're going to do probably a couple of position groups and kind of a round range and do a couple of those each episode going forward. And then very shortly before the draft, we'll nerd out on this thing because I think there's so many ways you can look at it, especially drafting at number 32. It kind of changes how I view the draft a little bit. But Sam and Gus, dude, I have to get this out there though, man. And we were talking about defensive strong teams have won the last 3 Super Bowls. Defense usually does win championships, don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at this, and there's always the cat and mouse game, the chess match that is the NFL, Sam. Look at this. The 3 teams with the highest under center percentage. The highest under center percentage, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Bills. The 2 best teams and easily a top 10, if not top 5-ish type of team. I mean, we're talking 3 of the very best teams in the league are all running under center at the biggest percentages, Sam. And then let's juxtapose that real quick. Check this out, homie. The bottom 3, the Commanders, Bengals, and Chiefs, who all have a star quarterback that could not finish the season.
Yep. And I think we had 9 points combined in all of our losses.
Yeah.
And plus 253 for all of our wins, which is the highest average point differential in the last 25 years. Which is wild. Really, really wild. And do you think we can run it back, Ty?
Absolutely. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but I think this squad and where they are in terms of being under the cap and where they are in terms of camaraderie, I think this team is very, very much more well-suited to try to repeat compared to the LOB Seahawks in 48 and 49. We know there was problems in the locker room even when they won the Super Bowl. They had to trade Percy Harvin for pennies on the dollars, and that really hurt them cap-wise because they made a significant financial investment into Percy plus the first-round pick, so that bit them in the ass huge. This team is much more well-suited to repeat, in my opinion.
Yeah, is it to be expected? I'm going to say no. I mean, it's hard. It's hard.
It's too hard.
Back to back.
I would never expect that. I would never expect that.
But can we do it? You're goddamn right we can. I mean, we're better set up than I think we've ever been to repeat. We got our general manager, our coach, so young. I mean, so innovative. We're signed, got all of our guys signed for the next few years. If anyone can do it, why the hell can't we do it? Because we're looking really good for the future right now.
And what if you get a couple more good draft picks, man?
Yeah,
For
man.
real.
Yeah, absolutely. Add a
Hey,
few every year.
and here's another thing too. Once you establish yourself, I mean, we saw the Seahawks do this and then it completely faded out because the team became honestly kind of mediocre.
But never bad.
Veterans want to come here. Veterans are going to want to come here.
Yes.
They want to come to all those winning teams. They want to come to those winning franchises to try to get that last hurrah. I mean, are you kidding me? Is DeMarcus Lawrence not going to just speak volumes to all other veteran free agents that feel they got some juice left? I mean, come on. Huge.
Yeah, I heard some national podcast and stuff calling us, what the hell they call it? Coastal Green Bay or something. And it's kind of true. Who the hell wants to go to Green Bay, though? The city. if you got a choice, if they're both winning franchises that you know you can trust, which one would you choose? Seattle or snowy ass Green Bay? With no nightlife, nothing really to do around there. I mean, it really having the reputation of being a well-run franchise that takes care of the players and wins is going to help become more of a winner. Winning begets winning, man. Like, we're going to get going on a roll and I like our reputation right now. I think we're in the right direction and it feels good.
Hell yeah. We got a quarterback these guys love, man. There's zero question in my mind that Russell Wilson's the greatest quarterback in franchise history. I honestly think that's not even debatable.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. No.
But, Sam, I have not seen a quarterback this beloved by their team since Hasselbeck.
Yeah, well, shit, man. How can you not root for the guy? I mean, honestly, I mean, he is kind of like right now. It seems like the darling of the NFL for winning this. Like, he's everywhere on all the podcasts. Everyone's talking about this guy because it's a great story, man. There's so many values and lessons and just everything. That's why I said it's so awesome to have it be associated with our team too. The Seahawks doing it right, bringing the most out of the guy, getting to the mountaintop because he's got the tools. He's got the tools. Because Fred Warner on the Super Bowl, like, he was like, God damn, he can really sling it when he was like talking about watching the game and everything. Like, he's got one hell of an arm. How he overthrew Shaheed. Who the fuck can overthrow Shaheed most of the time? With that speed. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? So he's got the gifts, and I like what we're bringing out of him. And I'm glad he's a Hawk, and I like how we have Ernest Jones. I love that guy. That guy is one of my favorites, dude. He just goes to bat. He was telling the whole story of when he originally was after the 4-pick game, and he was talking about how when Darnold passed him, he said, right then, that was on me. That was my bad for the game. And then Ernest Jones got up there, and it was impromptu. He was just going to start backing his quarterback. He's like, fuck no. He's like, it's not just you. It's all of us. We all could have done this. And seeing him come off the stage kind of beaten like that from the media, asking all the questions, man, like, yeah, he came to his quarterback's back, and it's good to see. I like that guy. He's one of my favorites.
I love Ernest, and I'm so glad you brought him up because he does get forgotten in the mix. Like, this is such a fantastic defense at all three levels. It's so easy to forget about a baller here, a baller there. Ernest Jones has got to be in that conversation. He is an interception machine. And he'll light your ass up. He's clearly a team leader. Freaking love Ernest Jones. Julian Love. The list goes on and on.
He's the glue, especially in the linebacker room. It's him, Leonard, and I really think Kobe. I really like Kobe back there, man.
Yeah.
Like, the players all love him. And love, man, we have a great team. Watching the mic'd up Super Bowl thing, you could see an energy difference, too. One team came ready to just fucking handle business, and the other team was just happy to be there. Like,
well, I mean, the film doesn't lie, and these guys study it for 2 weeks in a row instead of 1 week, Sam. And the Seahawks studied the film, and their confidence grew. The Patriots studied the film, and they're like, "Oh fuck, dude."
Yeah, no, like Vrabel
it's a big difference.
Vrabel knew there was a talent discrepancy, and he coached like it. I mean, he did.
Yeah.
Like, the whole game. They're not, taking shots. They're trying to run the ball, establish the run, try to keep it sloppy, and try to keep it close. And eventually we just kept pounding and pounding. I mean, they got lucky. Because Gonzo, he did have some good breakups. He got beat a few times. JSN had him beat deep. And on the other touchdown where he had that good breakup, if Darnold puts that on the goddamn letters in the end zone where the Seahawk was, rather than where it was, it was a touchdown. Easy touchdown. It was underthrown.
Yeah. That's actually a good point, man, because Darnold did miss a few big ones in this game.
Yeah.
As solid as he was, and I give him a ton of credit because you know how I feel about my quarterback, Sam, is I want to support my quarterback. I want it to be an overall team effort, but you have to be good enough to win shootouts sometimes. And Darnold won 2 epic shootouts down the stretch against the divisional rival Rams. That's just so critical. But I mean, we got to be real. I'm glad you brought that out. He was late and behind going across that deep post to JSN. I know exactly what you're talking about. Fantastic breakup. But you're right.
Blown up when he was throwing it. I'm pretty sure he got hit by immediate pressure coming from Bradley. I seem to remember. Is that one of the two?
Well,
throws?
Darnold's tough as nails, and we got to get the Patriots defense came.
That
Yeah.
defense came with it. The offense shriveled up and was scared.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no two ways about it. Because there's one
were
thing I
jumping
specifically
routes.
noticed, dude, and that pass rush is real, man. The Seahawks had success moving the ball when they were able to stay ahead of the chains, when they had manageable down and distance, man. You get 2nd and 10, you get 3rd and 10 against New England. Good night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and with the same can be said about our team because, they
for sure.
are a run first, set up the pass team. When Drake May has had to pass more than 30, 35 times, I think they won one of those games where they've had to do that. They depend on running first to set up the pass. And we all know they weren't running on us. It wasn't going to fucking happen. Not in a million years. They weren't going to run on us. And I had a good feeling we were going to be hitting the outsides because K9 is not really too much of an up the gut runner, but he had some real patient runs though. Some Le'Veon Bell-esque, is not quite Le'Veon Bell, but I mean, he was hiding behind the offensive lineman and poking out, and the stop and start is what's really, really impressive about K9. He can go from 0 to 100 in no time. In freaking no time. Maurice Jones-Drew says that's the most important quality in a linebacker is the stop and start. If you have elite stop and start, you can make it far in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Because
burning angles.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's why I think we have to keep K9, in my opinion. He is too big a part of our team. He's homegrown. I mean, yeah, like you said, structure it, front load that thing, whatever we need to do. It's not like we're going to be signing him for 5 years or anything. 2, 3, 4 year contract. Yeah, man, I think he'll be sticking around. Because without Charbonnet, man, we can't lose him. With Charbonnet with that ACL, he's not ready for the beginning of the season. I almost guarantee that. ACL, I think
you hope he's back November 1st. And that's being kind of optimistic. Sam, in my opinion, in terms of team planning, you have to plan like there's no Charbonnet.
Yes.
And then if he's able to come back like a beast, then freaking hell yeah, we got Charbonnet back. But in terms of team planning, you have to plan like he's not going to be there.
Yep. Yeah. And, man, we out-coached the shit out of that team. Like, we really did. That was...
Dude, on that Nwosu pick 6 with freaking Devin Witherspoon blitzing from depth, splitting in the gap like that, man. I mean, they're running the hurry up offense. That's what shocked me, and I immediately said it too. Watching the game, I'm like, who calls blitzes like that when the offense is in the hurry up? The sole purpose of going hurry up is to get the vanilla looks that your young quarterback can diagnose easily. We're still, and that's such great coaching, such great teaching that his players are able to communicate it and execute it on the biggest stage against a hurry up offense. Freaking incredible. Pick 6, Devin Witherspoon. What a game. You could have made Spoon the MVP. You could have made the O-line the MVP. Congratulations, Ken Walker. Damn it, Sam. The more I get in like this, I'm starting to get pumped up all over again. Just such a deserving group, man. And just from the fan and the community standpoint, I had the most amazing time with Sam's son and his daughter. I had my brother over. Katie had one of her oldest friends over. It's about community. It's about family. It's about love. And to all of the homies on the live chat, if you don't like the Seahawks, we riding with our team all the way. But if we're not there, I hope you get that feeling someday with your people too.
Yeah. The Texans, I think, would be a good story too, but not the Texas Rangers. They can stop winning forever and let the Mariners do their thing because the Texans.
The Rangers can eat shit right now.
The Texans are in the AFC, and so we can let them get a win every once in a while. They deserve it. But man, what a great year! What a great year for this team. I mean, goddamn, Snyder has the Midas touch right now. Every single bet we made this season went about as good as it possibly could. Every single bet that we made. D-Law, Sam Darnold, Rashid Shaheed. I mean, just everybody. I think there's more. I can't even think of them right now off the top of my head. And every single one that we did, it turned out great. And props to the coaches for their plan with Eamon Worry. Because have you heard about what they have him doing in practice? He would have like 10, 15 minutes with the D-line and then go and have, 10, 15 minutes with the linebackers. Because, man, he's playing in 3 different goddamn universes out there. Like, it's fucking crazy what he's doing, to be quite honest. Like, Cam Chancellor couldn't have done it. He doesn't have, like, he can't cover corners like Emenwari can. I mean, Chancellor was one hell of a safety. He's a thumper, but Emenwari's freaking unique, and it's wild.
Oh, it's unbelievable when you think about it, man. Because we didn't even talk about Nicky yet. What a team performance. What an overall roster. And that's honestly why I'm bullish on this team going forward, is just the blue chip players and also just all the other really good starters. But who else can hold the edge at the point of attack on a run play, and then it's literally breaking up passes with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. I mean, we said it, and I can even remember it on my head. This is a guy that has a faster 10-yard split than Randy Moss, equal bench reps as DeMarcus Lawrence, and a higher vertical than Vince frickin' Carter. Nick Emenwari is maybe the most freakish dude to have come out of college. I mean, he got 100 on the athletic testing score system that John Schneider uses. Absolutely incredible. Mariners Lifer, I'm pumped for the Mariners too. You know I got my Mariners sweatshirt on. We're going to dive super deep, but it's Seahawks today, man. We're going to go super deep into baseball, but
give me one moment.
We just got to go deep.
My Taylor is yelling my name real quick. So give me one moment.
Let's do it.
Do what you got to do. One sec.
Let's do it. Well, shoot, man. I almost want to ask your opinion. Mariners Lifer, man. Get raked. Freaking hits on deck. What do y'all think about Brandon Donovan, man? I think it's a fantastic move. I really do. I think it's a better fit than Geno Suarez, just because this is a guy that's going to score runs, man. Dude, freaking scoring in front of Cal, in front of Julio, in front of Naylor. Oh, my Lord. Sammy boy. Run scoring machine.
Yeah. And
dude, Cal and Julio's RBI numbers are going to skyrocket with this dude.
Yeah, it gives us positional flexibility with our young guys, too, which I really like, since he's kind of a utility guy. So we can have we can develop him at third if we need him at third, or at second if we need him at second, and let one of our rookies play the other spot. And if they struggle, switch it back. So it gives us a lot of flexibility.
Yeah. You know, I'm so huge on Colt Emerson, but I'm also in the camp of we cannot rush him up here. We got to do what's best long term for a top 10 type of prospect, man. But we're both wearing Super Bowl freaking champion hats, man. Super Bowl champion hats, dude. Cade Anderson. Okay, so I predict that we might see Cade Anderson in a David Price situation. David Price, the hot prospect at the time, he spends the entire year developing his game as a starter in the minors. Then he's an electric pitcher, an electric southpaw, just like Anderson could be. David Price made a few key relief appearances in the postseason for Tampa Bay. He got out Robinson Cano when he was on the Yankees a couple of times. Cade Anderson, if everything goes perfectly, Sam, maybe he's coming in after a year of developing in the minors, maybe give us 3 critical bullpen appearances. But, I mean, I don't want to put too much on the young man, but that's the dream scenario.
You know, I see it's a real possibility that he could be up in the next 2 years for sure. I think, they let him rest all after the college season, didn't have him in the camp at all. So he's got his rest after that long college season. I think that we're going to have him on a fast track. Because I think he can handle it.
Well, apparently in the live bullpen sessions, he's blowing away some of our major league guys we expect to do damage. So that's a huge sign right there. Jason Miyamoto, we must have another Japanese American brother in the house. 4th most cap space. And like me and Sam are talking about, this is huge. But we're not going to be shopping at the other stores, man. We got to be shopping at store Seattle Seahawks. Try to bring back as many of these dudes as possible. He wants to bring back Rashid Shaheed, Sam.
I'm waffling.
In order of importance, where would you put Shaheed?
Third.
Third?
Yeah. Like I said, it's got to be Kobe. I like Kobe. And we got to have K9. I mean, Shaheed, kind of a luxury, too. If Torrey Horton comes back healthy. Because Torrey Horton is going to be a dog, dude, in this league. He is such a long strider. I watched some of his highlights and stuff just earlier today. Man, yeah, he's a dog. He made some great catches, and he's have a full offseason ahead of him. So it might be a little redundant with Horton and Shaheed. Shaheed might have been a good bridge, but I mean, Shaheed's so fucking explosive too. Like, he's such a weapon. We used him ever since we got him. You have to respect his speed at all times, and it just opened everything up in the middle all season long for us. So it's hard. I mean, if it restricts us from getting JSN and them done, we can't keep Shaheed, because I think he's going to command a lot. And I don't know if Jason Miyamoto was here like earlier, but he might be going to the Raiders, man, because he loves Kubiak. He loves him. Yeah, 100%. That's why he wanted to come here. It's just, we'll see what happens. I hope we keep him. I hope we have the money, and I hope, because I love the guy. He's a great kid, too, great guy. The whole team's full of great guys, to be quite honest. There's not. I even saw an interview with Reek. I'm like, God, he's actually fucking a really good guy too. It's pretty down to earth and chill. And yeah, he wants to come back, but they all know it's a business. So we'll see what happens. But we got our.
And
core.
frankly, Sam, I think it would be easier to leave if you won the Super Bowl, because you hit the mountaintop as a team. Now I got to get mine. And I mean that in the most positive way I possibly can, man. Like, it just would, you don't need to search for the Super Bowl, man. You got that shit. And I think Tariq's going to be gone, dude, especially because a guy of his physical talents, somebody is going to give him way more money than I would feel comfortable paying him. So I think he'll be gone.
The one thing that might allow us to keep him is that dipshit play he did in the NFC Championship, John, off to the Rams. Honestly, some coaches just say we don't want him just because of that. They will. Some teams and stuff.
Okay.
If you can't keep your head in the NFC Championship game type situation, they'll just write him off. They're like, we don't want someone like that, because he has. We saw what happened in the Super Bowl too. Late getting over. That's where that touchdown was scored on him when he was just jogging over and was out of position. He still almost made the goddamn play though. His hands on the ball was wild. Yeah. So I would love to keep him. I want the whole goddamn team back, to be quite honest. I wish we could. I don't know what's going to happen, but we got to at least keep one of the corners. Okay. I would rather have Reek. I would rather have Reek than Job, but I think Job's more likely because he's going to be cheaper. But he balled out in the Super Bowl too. He had a great game. He put on a great tape for the league to see. So you never know.
And who knows? I mean, guys, we're going to go deep into the offseason as we get here, man. We just want to dabble in the little waters here, man, because I'm going to go super deep. I'm going to go super deep on this, but I would almost let Kobe Bryant walk too and rock with a Ty Okada or something like that, man. I just feel that the whole scheme is predicated on you need just a fantastic defensive front. You can't you want to play 2-eye safety and stop the run, you need a badass defensive front. You want to be able to pressure the quarterback with a very low blitz percentage, you need a badass defensive front. So I'm going to prioritize keeping that unit intact over almost anything else on this defense. That doesn't prohibit me from getting Kobe, but that's where my priorities lie.
Thank you, Jason, for subscribing. Good to have you part of the club here. But yeah, no, I agree, Ty. Yeah, it's going to be tough off season. A lot of tough choices for us. I mean, Mafe is the one. He's going to be hard to be gone too, man, because he is such a good, solid run stuffer. And man, he's fast too. That the whole, and being able to have 8 different D linemen being able to shuffle through and not being a dip at all in play is huge for us. We didn't have the Max Crosby, the absolute stud that's going to be getting 15 something sacks. But we had a whole goddamn line of dogs on that fucking front, and we were going to put pressure all goddamn day. And then being able to mix coverages with Witherspoon and Worry, man, we can make it so they have no goddamn idea where the blitz is coming from half the time. We can be rushing 4, but it doesn't mean it's going to be 4 fucking linemen. We could be dropping 2 tackles out like we did in the Super Bowl, rushing, blitzing the 2 nickels, and then we got the 2 edges running. Like, we can do so many disguises. It's great.
It's unbelievable how many free runners that Mike McDonald's able to scheme up.
Yeah. Well, because he knows the other side of the ball. He knows how it operates and how to beat it. And that's why I was talking about why he got this offensive coordinator that we just got, because he is the same way.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why the more I was listening to it, I'm like, 'cause I had no idea who the hell this guy was. Apparently he had a one job interview. Might have been, I forget what team it was for last year, but he had one job interview last year, and a couple people were poking around at him this year. But yeah, Mike must have really liked what he saw, because Mike's a data guy too. He's all about the analytics and the data, and because he never played football at a high level, you know what I mean. He can't show someone how to run through the B gap quite as well, but he can tell you what you can do on your steps and your hand placement to get past the offensive linemen better and stuff. He knows the technical aspects and the data behind it. And he's a leader of men is my favorite part, because he's got these guys bought in from the beginning. He made it theirs, which is important as a psychological thing. We were talking about it on the text stream with you, me, and Indy, where I was saying I didn't think the Pats stood a goddamn chance because of the buy-in they had. They're all doing the Warriors, come out and play shit. None of those fuckers know what that even's from. It was well known.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And so, I mean, having shit come from some old guy, Mike Max is like, this is your guys' team. What do you want it to be about? Type thing. And so that's why they came up with the MOB, and that's how you get the buy-in like he got this year. So it was a masterclass in coaching.
To think he's only 38, man.
Yeah, no, it's great. Oh, hold on. Let me see. The whiners are mad about the. I bet they are. Yeah, I watched the video. They're like, oh, their Seahawks might be poaching, and this was before we actually signed them too. So it'd be interesting to see the videos afterwards. I have a boots on the ground in California that says that New England's fans are assholes, by the way.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker.
And surprisingly, a bunch of people in San Francisco were saying the Seattle fans were great. I mean, I can't see that because it's the San Francisco. Probably it's the San Francisco people who don't really care about football. Because my uncle's telling me this because he lives in California, the Bay Area there. And he's like, oh, everyone's talking about how great Seattle fans were and how shitty the New England fans were. And they're like, I don't know, trashing stuff, and beats me. Like, put as much stock in it as you want, but that's what my uncle says coming out of Cali. He says that the Seahawks fans were the good ones.
It's a spoiled fan base, man. New England's a spoiled fan base. They be out here crying, we had a tough 3 years. We had a tough 3. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Y'all deserve some pain and suffering for that 20-year run.
Are we going to talk about what the Rams are bitching about right now? I want to address this. The whole thing about the fucking officiating person on Prime calling into the ref booth, to say, are you guys paying attention to this 2-point conversion? It might be a backwards pass. They're all saying the integrity of the game, this, blah, fucking blah, this. I don't care if there are 75 fucking different people in 75 different fucking rooms from 75 different fucking companies. If it makes it so there are more calls being called correctly, I don't care what side, I'm down for it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me that someone from Amazon Prime Broadcasting called and said, hey, you guys might be missing something here. Was the call correct? Right thing happened. Shut the fuck up, Rams, is all I have to say on that.
Yeah, and my stance, never give up on the play.
Yeah.
Never give up on the play. Let's remind everybody. I know it's been forgotten because it's all the way back in week 2. Sam, talk about a big win, though. There's so many big wins on a Super Bowl trail. Seahawks start 0-1. We're going at Pittsburgh. Dude, that feels like it might be an 0-2 stinker. We kicked the snot out of Pittsburgh, but the point of this story now, Sam, is we all remember their kick returner. He doesn't catch the ball. He doesn't even go and pick it up. All 11 guys on Pittsburgh completely give up on the play. There's several Seahawks streaking down. Helani falls on the ball for a touchdown. Now we fast forward to late in the season, and everybody gives up on the play except for Charbonnet, who just picks up the ball. But it's those casual, small details that can be the difference in your whole season, man. And so I hate that complaining when it comes back to the first thing you're taught in any sport you play. Never give up on the play. Play until it's completely stopped. The Seahawks did that twice to a tune of 8 critical points in their regular season.
Yep, it's not just play to the whistle. We got to play past the whistle a little bit too, because the whistle was blown on that Rams play. Pick up the ball anyway. Doesn't matter because the whistle doesn't mean shit in those situations other than the ball can't be advanced. That's all that means. So you pick up the ball, well, you get it where you get it on that exact play. So 2 points. Yeah, exactly. So,
and I'll never deny it. That's the weirdest play I've ever seen before in football.
Sure,
that 2-point conversion pickup by Charbonnet, the weirdest play ever. But it's 100% the rules, man. And you know, I back some of these defenseless receiver bullshit calls at times because I just kind of rationalize, well, it's the rules. I don't like it. Rams fans, you don't need to like that shit, but it's the rules, so you better get over it.
Am I back?
We're back. We're back.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what the hell happened with my computer right there, but where were you, Ty?
It's on deck. It feels great to be the champs, man. We're freaking hyped, man. We have been with this live chat for a minute now. Shout out to my man RG wherever you are right now. But goddamn, man, these guys have been with us for a minute, and we've experienced so much disappointment with the Mariners, and they haven't been bad. The reason we've been disappointed is they've been good, but have not figured out how to become great. Sam, I was very optimistic about the Seahawks this year. I predicted 11-win team. You don't think of 11-win teams as hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. The Seahawks did what's maybe the hardest thing to do in pro sports, is to go from good to great, baby. Let's freaking do it.
Yeah, I remember when you asked me about this season, I think my response was it's either going to be really, really fucking good or awful. I didn't think there was much room for middle ground. I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to pan out. I didn't know which Sam Darnold was going to be there, because last year he killed us and he looked good for the whole year. And I mean, you can only do what you can only do when you're getting sacked so many times and you have a leaky offensive line. So I wasn't holding that playoff game and everything against him too much. Like I was curious to see what was happening. I knew we had the defense, and I love JSN. There's a reason I drafted him as early as I did in fantasy football this year, because I figured he was going off. He was a reception machine last year.
He's going to be a top 5 in fantasy this coming year.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna. Who's getting picked ahead of him? Puka, maybe. Who? He might be the top 5,
top couple,
3, 4.
top 3, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we talk about number 1 wide receiver. Do you think it'll be the number 1 wide receiver going?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a toss-up between him and Puka. I mean, that fantasy-wise, I give it to Puka. Maybe. I don't even.
Because you got Chase.
I digress.
Too. Chase on a pass-happy offense, so you never know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it feels good to have JSN, the Emerald City Route artist, I think is what they're calling him now. I don't know if you heard that.
Dude, he is so incredible, man. He really is. Like, when I think about all of his talents, we say it all the time, but I don't know if he has a weakness as a wide receiver. It's so special to watch him play. It's funny for me to say this about pro sports, man, but it was honestly a privilege and an honor to watch this squad this year.
Yeah, man. Like, it is, what a hell of a year. And remember, we were talking about this for the first couple weeks right before the Super Bowl, or right before the playoffs. We were saying, like, what path do we want? And I was like, well, we got to, I was down to go through the Rams and the Niners. I wanted the legendary path, because and I didn't know we were gonna play the Patriots. I mean, that is the fucking cherry on top right there. Being able to exercise those demons, man. Once I knew that it was Pats and Broncos, I was like, give me the Pats, just because I want revenge. I want revenge, 100%. I'm so happy it went down the way it did.
Let's go, baby. Mariners lifer. Sam came to the show. The Hawks won. Are the ends next? 2026, the year for Seattle sports, man. I am optimistic about the Mariners, guys, and we're diving deep, Mariners. Don't get it twisted, man. We got to wrap this thing up, man. But
yeah, golly, about that time.
The Mariners. Don't get it twisted, you fellas. We will dive deep like Jacques Cousteau into our beloved Seattle Mariners. We've just been on a magical ride, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all know, 12s around the world. It's been a magical ride, man. The Seahawks had the second worst odds to win the Super Bowl coming into the year to eventually hold the trophy high in the air. Congratulations to everybody on the Seahawks, Sam. I'm so thrilled, and I was so thrilled to share that moment with your super fan son, Sammy. I just felt it's just a feeling you can't describe until it happens, until you're cheering, until you're hugging. What a year.
Yeah, I think Sammy was born right around our first Super Bowl, too. So he's got to be around for two of them now. So, thank you for having us over, Ty. It was so fun. We had a great time. And Tay loved Katie. So, thank you to Katie for helping out with Tay, too. I watched some of our stream we did. I don't think I sat down for more than 15 minutes the entire time I was there. I mean, I was nervous as hell. Yeah, man, I'm too amped during the games, man. I can't sit down. Yeah. So I needed to be at the game where I could be standing the whole time and yelling like we used to do.
No doubt, man. Is there anything else you want to give to the people, dude?
No, thank you guys for having me the co-host here, and it's been great to go on this ride with you guys, man. What a fucking great run for the Seahawks. Super Bowl champions
around
baby.
The world. Super Bowl 60 champs. Thank you so much to the live chat, man. Y'all have brought so much energy to this show. We truly appreciate it. We got our super producer, Indy, out in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Thank you to Vaden Podcast Services. It's Sam on the other mic. It's a boy Ty right here. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Your Seahawks are Super Bowl champs, baby.